Twin Cities Live. And for all this week, several artists have been working on a mural festival right near KSTP. It's in the Midway area of St. Paul.
The inaugural art and mural festival called Chromazone is happening in an area called the Creative Enterprise Zone, or CEZ. That's a lot of names.
It is a lot. TCL photographer Seth Holst caught up with one of the festival founders, Wes Winship of Burlesque Design, to see what it's all about.
It's all construction equipment, but they still don't want paint on it. I was doing some mural work here over at 755, the building with Can Wonderland in it, working on the garage doors. So I was sinking into the Midway history and kind of checking out this area a lot, driving through it a lot. Well, what about the CZ area? It was like, there's a hell of a lot of buildings in that area that are really large.
So we're in the Creative Enterprise Zone right now. We call it the CEZ, which is a location where there's a lot of creative businesses and entrepreneurs and artists who live and work here. And so being able to do a mural and arts festival here really brings the creativity that's happening inside the buildings outside onto the street. So when people are driving through here, they see that not only is it industrial, but there's a lot of creative enterprises happening here as well.
I got my start in New York as a graffiti artist in the 80s, and that was where I sort of honed my skills. And then later I became a graphic designer, and I was a creative director at Def Jam. And so I designed album covers all throughout my 20s. And that sort of, lasted for about 30 years.
This is where all the paint, before it went out to all the places, it was a huge mountain of just Sherwin-Williams paint. I think we got over 125, maybe 30, 40 unique mixed gallons of colors. We put a real hurting on the Rosedale store. Like, I know them all by name now.
Just the idea of thinking about the work I did with, Run DMC, Public Enemy, LL Cool J, and Beastie Boys is great. And the fact that people still appreciate it all these years later is what's really special.
There are a lot of people that are way into hip-hop, and not just graffiti, but just a lot of different aspects of hip-hop. He's got his fingerprints all over so much of that stuff, from like Mary J. Blige, that signature you see on the cover, that's actually Cey. And just seeing that, like, yeah, this guy's coming here, just happy to spend his time here for a week. It's awesome.
We have 15 artists on 12 different walls. They're painting for 8 days. So we started last Saturday. We'll end this Saturday.
We wanted to see a mural festival in town. Mike Davis and I, my partner at Burlesque, bit by bit, like, the plans came together. All of a sudden, it was like, all right, they were raising money, and we were on our way to putting a festival together.
We're doing a preview tour.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
I like to see it in process.
Yeah, that's the whole idea.
Yeah.
Now everybody gets it, so older people come and they thank you, they don't run you out. That's what it's about, the journey. And so for me, there's no better reward than having those sort of folks congratulating you and thanking you for beautifying the community. So it's a real full circle moment.
Really cool looking stuff. The festival was just awarded a grant to keep it going for the next 2 years.
If you want to check out Chromazone, there are some events happening on Saturday from 11 to 7. You can take a guided bus tour and learn more about these artists. There's also a street party happening at Dual Citizen Brewing with live music, vendors. They'll have all sorts of good stuff, art and food trucks. Organizers told Seth that all the rain this week has been a lot to handle, making it a real challenge for the artists to be able to complete their work, but they say the event must go on.
You can head to chromazone.net. You can check out the interactive Google map for locations of murals and info about each artist.